Hello and welcome to episode 5 of 8 in this series where we're looking at 7 different USB rechargeable keychain flashlights for £15 or under, and ultimately helping you avoid the dim and steering you to the brightest and best choice for your money. So this being episode 5 means we have completed 4 reviews in this series, and if you haven't seen those, please check them out to see how the other 4 have fared. Link to those videos in the description below. So today we'll be unboxing and reviewing the Mini 2 rechargeable keychain offering from TrustFire. So this flashlight manufacturer states that all TrustFire models are built based on the highest standard of quality, durability and ease of use. Built in aircraft aluminium alloy with CNC made anodized metal shell and presenting a hard anodized finishing, it can last for ages. Sounds impressive if a little Chinglish. So let's get into it and see if this flashlight actually delivers. So, build quality and overall aesthetic, starting as always with the packaging. So this flashlight comes in a cellophane wrapped carton, which is nice, with the make and model details, a picture of the flashlight and a call out to the max brightness at 220 lumens. And rightly so, as this is the brightest output of all 7 flashlights we have on review, and by quite some margin, with the next brightest at 160 lumens. The rear of the carton has some further product features that we'll get into, along with the specifications, manufacturer contact details and the regulatory markings. So let's see if we can burst into this cellophane and take a look at what we got for our money. Let's check what we have. Well, that's really nice. The flashlight, cable, instructions and sundry pack are all contained in a plastic tray with the flashlight front and centre once the box is opened. I like that. Nice touch. The instructions that are in Chinese and in English cover the features, operation and the charging procedure, and the little sundries bag contains a keychain split ring, a spare O-ring and a reminder that there is an insulator within the torch body itself that needs to be removed. Out of the box with the torch, and yeah, really nice. Let's remove that insulator piece. There we go. And then the charging cable as well. Quite a good length on that. Some of them are really small. So, let's have a look at the overall length and diameter of the Mini 2. So the specs say 39.6, but I'm getting 40.6, so a little bit different there, but not much. And specs say 14 millimeters yet, so we're getting 14 on the diameter of the cylinder. And weight-wise, that's 11.5, and let's just drop the split ring on there as well. Yeah, 11.7 grams with the split ring as well. So looking at that, so 40 millimeters by 14 millimeters gives us an overall volume of 6 centimeters cubed. So the smallest torch that we've had so far, and I believe the smallest one we're going to have in the test of all 7 flashlights. Manufacturing machining, good, no sharp edges, soft matte finish, with pretty crisp logos around the torch as well. But the knurling here on this part of the body and a little bit here on the head isn't the deepest. and there's definitely noticeably less grip than say with the E.D.C Pico from Lumen Top, but that aside, the threads are buttery smooth and have a very short travel though before the actual head detaches to allow access to that micro USB charging port. So it's like the E.D.C Pico again in that regard that it detaches, but the Pico had 2 stages of threads, and it would sort of pop off the first stage and you knew the second stage was coming, whereas this has got a very short travel, just about 2.5 turns, and you'd have to be very careful if you were charging that in the field not to drop and lose the head. That said though, let's get to the overall aesthetic, or would you be proud to own it factor. I'm sure you would. It's well made, well finished, but to my mind I think TrustFire have foregone deeper knurling and that 2-stage threading to produce a smaller overall package and form factor. So if the size is important to you, then choose the Mini 2, but for me, I think I would live with the extra millimetre or 2 and have some improved grip and less likelihood of dropping that torch head piece, but still a solid. Next up, functionality and ease of use. The modes of operation. The Mini 2 uses the ubiquitous twist method for its UI and has 2 modes. The first mode being low mode. I don't know if you can see that it's a little bit hit and miss. But the first mode is the low mode, a little bit flickery, and then a full half turn more, and that's bottoming out the torch, so you get to the high mode, which is fully screwed in. But that is stable on the high, it's just a little bit flickery getting it onto the low mode, but high is great. Desired one-hand operation. Yeah, for sure. So just a little bit flickery on that low mode, and I'm not sure how you'd fare in wet conditions given the low knurling or low depth of knurling on this particular model. Lastly, would it be the bulkiest item on the keychain? Again, definitely not. It's the smallest one we have. So Mini 2 scores 8 out of 10. Moving on to criteria 3, performance and output. Low mode is 5 lumens and can run for 7.5 hours with a throw of 15 meters, and the high mode is 220 lumens, so the highest we have out of all the flashlights on test, and runs for 23 minutes with an impressive throw of 57 meters. It's IP68 rated, meaning it's dustproof and can function submerged in 2 meters of water, and it's been drop tested at 2 meters. The beam is a soft and well balanced beam. Let me just see, turning that light off. Yeah, it really is bright. 220 lumens again, that one is. So leading to an overall score for performance of 9 out of 10. Lastly, price and value for money. Purchase price in late June 2020 was £13.95. So does that represent value for money? Well, the Mini 2 is both the smallest and the brightest of all 7 flashlights we have on test, and really only loses out on that shallow knurling and the detachable stroke potentially losable head. So it's a big yes to being value for money. This is a well-made flashlight with fantastic output. Use and recharge times are also good, and it's the smallest form factor by volume. So this has to be another 9. So let's recap on those scores. Build quality and overall aesthetic, 8 out of 10. Functionality and ease of use, another 8 out of 10. Performance, 9 out of 10. Price and value for money, another 9 out of 10. So a total Core 4 score of 34 out of a possible 40, resulting in a final rating of 5 flashlights. Blinding. So with just 2 more flashlights to be reviewed in this series, let's stay tuned and see where the TrustFire Mini 2 ends up after all 7 have been reviewed. Thanks for watching. See you next time. As always, please feel free to leave comments, questions or suggestions, and if you could take a moment to like and subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. There are links to the products via Amazon in the description, and if you were interested and were to use them, it would assist with future content.